Good morning, everyone. It is another freezing cold, beautifully bright morning here in Lancaster, Pennsylvania, and I'm feeling much better than I did yesterday or the day before. I'm excited to get writing today. Um, last night I had, how when you're almost finished being sick and you get that little tickle of a cough that keeps you awake and anyone else in the room awake all night long? That was me. And so at about 2:30 or 3 o'clock in the morning, I was laying there awake and I was just like, I need to be falling asleep. I've got stuff to do. But then I started thinking about my story. So I grabbed my phone and took some notes. And I'm really glad that I did because the things that I was thinking about are definitely going to come into play today. Before I get into that, I just wanted to encourage you to remember to bring your playfulness into your writing. Sometimes it can feel heavy and like you want this to be good, there's so much pressure on it. But I think if we can just let ourselves play, let ourselves go with what happens, enjoy the process, I don't know, it has such a wonderful effect on us as people, on our stories and all of that. So I really wanted to come in today with a playful attitude. And the thing that hit me last night as I was laying in bed was I had been planning out my next scene. Yesterday, I'd been planning out what the next scene was going to be. But as I was laying in bed, I realized what I was actually doing was I was creating a chunk of backstory that was really going to slow the story down. And I thought, you know what, if I want to write that out, that needs to be free writing and sort of backstory for the character that maybe doesn't even come into the book. So it's probably writing that I'll do. I'll mess around with it. I'll write about that character. I'll try and get to their core need. But that is not going to be part of the story, I'm realizing, I don't think. So I had this revelation to just stay in the moment in the story. Don't backpedal and explain things. And I realized the old lady character is going to come into it right now. And so, what does that look like? I started to ask myself, what does it look like for her to enter the scene in this moment? And, I had some great free writing time yesterday getting her core need, getting her sort of filled out as a character. I'm going to do that a little bit more today, work on filling her out as a character, but I might sketch out the scene a little bit and just kind of see what happens when I play around with it, start writing the scene. I have an image of her standing at a window, looking out on the first scene, what's happening in the first scene, and kind of taking it in. But I also know that scenes with one character are not usually amazing. Like, you want to have some interaction, and so I'm trying to figure out who I'm going to bring in and what that might look like. So just lots of fun problems, lots of fun questions, and that's how I want to approach these writing days. I want to see these days as fun challenges and really just enjoy the writing. If you are watching this video and you have time in your life to write, or you're making time in your life to write, what a life, right? Like, what a life that we have this opportunity to do something that we love, to take a stab at telling stories. And, who knows, maybe someday someone will read the story, it will have an impact on them. And so, yeah, I just want to go in today having fun, thinking about these different characters that I've already created, the two main ones so far being Lloyd and the old woman. And what does their trajectory towards one another look like? So that's what I'm thinking today. I hope you have a great day. I hope you keep writing, and I'll see you soon.